Now then, it's Boxing Day. Let's have a paddle across the farm. Just see what's what. This was quite late drilled wheat, siskin. Looks really good actually. I mean, I would maybe like to see it a little bit thicker, but no, it looks good. Yeah, to be fair, all in all our wheat looks good, apart from one field of siskin what was really late drilled after maize. Didn't go in the best. Came very wet after we drilled it, and I don't know, slugs have had their fill, and so has and it's just the seed bed wasn't good enough. But it's only a small area, about 10 acres, so rest of it's fairly good. So just having a paddle about really. Loads of deer. But we had a good day yesterday actually. Good Christmas, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Glad to get back to normal. I mean, I'm not doing much today, I've just got to go home and feed up. It's one of them days, it's never really stopped raining. So it's one of them days where you don't feel guilty sat in front of the fire. But just have a walk across these cover crops. I would just like to say thank you very much for all your kind messages actually. You know, I'm not going to answer them all, but I wish you all a Merry Christmas. And thanks for viewing. And if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button, because we're nearly to 4,000. And if we get to 4,000, that's like quite an achievement. I'll be quite happy. So, but yeah, not new this year, I don't think. Well, there is a few things. We're getting a new tractor, or new to us, maybe a 12 or a 13 plate. I would like another Arion, if I can find the right tractor. A little class Arion. We bought that new tipping trailer. We've ordered a new shed for pigs, so that's going to be hopefully delivered in January. So I'd like that in production by harvest. I like pigs in it by harvest. Quite excited about this job. You know, want to move forward. You know, more you learn about it, more you understand. Wow, we should have been doing it a while back, really. I mean, the nutrients we lose down to the water course is horrendous, really, and the quality of the land as well. I mean, it's wet here. It's bloody wet now. And in this field, usually, it's 2 acre of water here. Well, no, that's an exaggeration. An acre of water here, and let's have a paddle in it, because I don't think there's any. And it's just like open. But like I said in one of my other videos, it doesn't just happen overnight, and I don't think you have to jump feet first and put alt farming. I think you need to just ease yourself into it. Yeah, there's a little bit of water stood here, but usually in a normal time, there's like an acre. So, but this is the vetch and the ryegrass. I think we wasted our time with ryegrass, to be honest. I mean, for one, it's expensive, and I think the oats are doing a lot more than the ryegrass is doing underground, and a lot more foliage, hell of a lot more foliage. So we've learned something. But we'll see what happens in the next month or two. To when we get it drilled, I would like to see this drilled with spring barley in late March. That is the plan. But oh yeah, going back to stuff what's new, as I say about that tipping trailer and new shed, need a tractor. I could do with a new square baler, but if she has to do another year, she can. I mean, it's quite capable of doing another year. So unless I find the right baler, you know, one of them what you can't say no. This is an annoying little block of land in middle of our farm, right clap in the middle of our farm. And the guy who owns it, because we don't own it, I'd like to buy it one day, but maybe I ought to shape myself and approach him, see him get it bought. But they made hay of it. Steve, who farm manager for Thurskies, he well, they let it out, I think. Oh, they did something, I don't know what happened, but someone rode it up mid-air, but no one came to bail it. It was stupid, really. So whether it'll have damaged the grass, it will have done, I would have thought. Kill the grass underneath. So I just want to have a look next door. This was really late drill wheat. For the reason we wanted to get blackgrass, as much blackgrass to chit as possible, and there's actually not a lot come, which is an indication we are sort of starting to get a little bit of our count down. But there's this little corner here. Let's get to edge bottom, I'll show you. A little bit of a corner here, what we've done, put down to wild flower mix. But I'm sort of backpedaling on that, I really am, because I've listened to a couple, ooh, thorny knee, listened to a couple of fellas, and they're reckoning that if you're in one of these schemes, these English nature schemes or elm schemes, that you can't join a private scheme for carbon credits if they start kicking off. You know, no, there's nothing concrete at the moment. No one's made any proper decisions on what's happening and what the future brings. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about it, but has anybody signed on the dotted line for the next year or 5 years to what they're going to do? I don't know. I don't think so, but time will tell. I mean, if we can use our land and cover crops and one thing and another, when things to sort of improve, well, the carbon what's in the air, and we'll pull it back and put it in land, it's better for the atmosphere and better for the land. You know, go back to basics. I mean, listen to one fella, he says, oh, we've been raping the soils for years and years, and I thought, that's quite a strong statement, but when you think about it, we've just been take, but we haven't been putting it back in. And I think it's time to, I don't know, as soon as you get your crop off, if you've got 5 or 6 weeks of growing with it, get something banged in it, you know, produce something underneath. And if you're drilling spring corn, bang it in till spring till you put your next cash crop in. That's where I think we'll go. I don't know, maybe buy a few more sheep for grazing these cover crops as well, so we utilise them, so they're doing something underneath and also doing something, you know, you're feeding your animals on it. But my worry is there, are you paddling? Are them little hooves paddling a lot of air out at in a wet time? Are they damaging the land? A little bit concerned about this stuff, this back end. It's about at spring. If it's a dry spring, we can get rid of a lot, but if it's a wet spring and we don't want to do a lot of paddling, I don't know what we're going to do with all our 40-yard muck, to be honest. I mean, yes, we can put some on our rape land, but we only grow sort of 50 acre-ish of rape, so I mean, that's so much of it. But then we are going to put some on grasses though. I think we're going to keep heaping it up so it breaks down and put some on grasses. And this is just compost and pig muck, you know, neat pig's feces, you know, no straw whatsoever in it. And we're keeping that separate because I think that'll go on grasses real nice and be like rocket fuel with that. So, but yeah, these new rules, I don't know, sometimes dreams stuff up, or they don't really get their heads together and sort of go about the problem properly. I mean, yeah, if there's a risk of putting it on at back end and it isn't utilised by a crop, and a lot of them nutrients do get into the water course, when you think of it, it's a bloody waste of time anyway. So insist on putting a cover crop in or something, so to store it up to use it for your next cash crop. So why that hasn't come to light, I don't know, or why the questions haven't been asked to the relevant people. I don't know, government organisations. It's walking across this barley, a bit disappointedly, quite a bit of blackgrass coming, and we thought we'd nearly beat this one. Yeah, more than I'd like. But this is going to be a problem next harvest because it was wheat before, wheatless this year, and never really got a good chit. And that's barley there, that's a bloody head of wheat. So there's going to be a lot of wheat in among this barley. So, but yeah, drain update. We'll have a look at drain while we're here. How wet it is, there should be a lot of water stood here, so definitely doing its job. Let's see, water's going in and water's going away. So yeah, it's doing its job. Yeah, pigs. When pigs were out the other day, they'd been in Nick's garden. Made a right mess. So luckily it's the time of year where there's not a lot going on. I don't think everything's laid dormant at the minute and a bit scruffy, but she likes to keep her garden really nice. I don't think they've been in amongst stones and that, so that ain't so bad. Chickens are all cooped up. It's this bird flu job. We aren't allowed to let them out, so they aren't doing no harm. It's a bit messy in the run, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's I've got the quail there. They're all inside, sheltering from rain. But I think it's starting to clear up, this bird flu thing, so which is good. We're having terrible trouble with bloody starlings. There's thousands of them. And all feeders are covered up, but we're trying to eliminate the problem, but that's such a mess. Look at our walls covered in muck. But yeah, so I don't know how we're going to get rid of them. If you like these videos, click and subscribe, and then you get notifications about what else we do. Do one on a Friday, one on a Sunday. You've done very, very well if you've got this far, because I think this not much going on. I mean, it's Boxing Day, innit? I've just been paddling about, but so as I say, if you've got this far, well done. So yeah, right, bye for now.